Good day, everyone. This is what I have in my house. Sorry, that was kind of abrupt there. Chickpeas, mushrooms, green onions. Did I say mushrooms? Broccoli, chayote squash. Have you ever had chayote? It's very mild flavored squash. This is me using my very inexpensive, aka cheap cleaver. It's fun for dramatic effect, but I would prefer a thinner, sharper one. But hey, so chayote, I first had it as part of like a Creole Louisiana dish. My mother-in-law made a yummy dish with shrimp and chayote squash. That was my intro in the early 90s to this squash. Now I put it in soups and stews, which is what I'm going to do eventually with this chayote. Pretty squash. The texture is kind of like a firm pear, but it doesn't taste like a pear. It's not sweet at all. It absorbs all the flavors of the ingredients that you put in it. So I'm going to put some onion in there. This was a piece of onion that I had lingering in the bottom of my refrigerator. Yum. But I'm putting these here babies with that chayote squash. So I just put a tablespoon or two of grapeseed oil in the pot. I'm using my wooden spoon with the sticker still stuck on it. This wooden spoon's about 10 years old. That sticker on there is 10 years old. Okay, TMI. Ouch, that's hot. I'm grabbing my dish towel because I don't know where my pot holders are. Those are my chickpeas. They are slowly simmering. I soaked those about 30 hours or more. I rinsed them twice in between time. Let's see. So soak the chickpeas, aka garbanzo beans, and then I boiled them for a total of 2.5 hours. At the time of this video, I didn't know what I was going to do with those chickpeas. Chickpeas are great. You can make hummus and falafel, soups and stews, dal, chana. Very good stuff indeed. And the water you can use as an egg substitute or a dressing substitute, but more on that later. So I have all these veggies. I have these beautiful oyster mushrooms, a piece of shiitake, serrano peppers, jalapeno peppers. Whoa, look like I sliced my finger, but I didn't. I sliced the edge off that garlic. I used almost this whole garlic. I was attempting to smash it with my big cleaver. That didn't work, so anywho, peeling that garlic and chop it rough cut. What's the other word for that? Rustic. This is a rustic meal. It is not refined, but it is delicious and it's hearty. A lot of folks run from plant-based meals because, first of all, it's not just salad. Salad is great, but plant-based meals are hearty and yummy and more delicious. Those who eat plant-based meals have to take more time and effort to add flavor to the meal. So just for the chayote, yeah, I could boil it or bake it, or I could stir it with these onions and release the oil and aroma and deliciousness of that onion, and it seeps into the chayote. So what am I doing with these peppers? Ooh, you know, I was getting an itchy, scratchy throat, and I ate 2 or 3 of those peppers, and honey, I'm good as new. Okay, so here's the chayote, sauteing it, and these have been simmering for how long? Like I said, a total of 2.5 hours. And then when I added this broccoli and all the veggies to the chana, which you'll see coming up, it tastes really good. Okay, I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Anywho, these are oyster mushrooms. This is a great substitute for meat. And I really like lemon pepper chicken wings, or I used to, and I would like to recreate that flavor with the mushrooms, a lemon pepper fried mushroom. Okay, Bella is barking. I'm giving her the stink eye, but she's ignoring me. On the original sound video, she was barking and it was interrupting my flow. But now I don't say a word. I just walk behind her and scooch her little behind back into the house. She's very happy though. I don't think she's threatened by me at all. Okay, back to the cooking. So I was talking about mushrooms. I've used ground up mushrooms, walnut, and wild rice to create taco meat, if you will. You know, it's plant-based meat. That's the real plant-based meat. Mushrooms have a nice bite to them and they are satisfying to eat. You don't, if they're seasoned right and cooked, prepared right, you don't even miss meat. It's a meal. It's just food. It's, I don't know, saying plant-based or vegan, this and that. It's food. It's good food for your body, for nutrition. All right, so here we are. I poured all those veggies into the chickpeas. Now, I guess this is more of a stew rather than a soup. The stew is thickish. And I didn't show you, but I added some sea moss in there. I had prepared the dry sea moss, rehydrated it, boiled it for a minute or two. It turned into a gel, and I added 3 tablespoons to my meal, to my stew. There's some berbere I'm going to add to this stew. That's Chief's curry powder. It's reminiscent of Trinidadian flavors, I suppose. They use that in Trinidad, I was told. And then there's some Indian hot curry and garam masala. So curry is just a mixture of spices, and I guess there is a thing called a curry leaf. I don't know much about it. I just use it all ground up. And then there's some Ethiopia berbere spice. So I put all that in there with some kosher salt. I have been using sea salt. I'm trying kosher salt. I put onion powder and garlic powder, even though there's fresh onion and garlic in here. I did that just for another layer of scrumptiousness. Just open up some more with that. I wanted cilantro. I didn't have cilantro this time. Oh, but look, this green salsa has tomatillo, roasted tomatillo, some pepper, and cilantro and lime juice. So I just decided, oh, this was left over from a meeting. I poured half of it, squeezed some lime. It's on now. Flour bomb. Yum, yum. So good. Top that with some chopped green onion. Now you know your mouth is watering. What other spices did I put in there? Some smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, ginger. Okay, so now I'm about to fry these. Oh my goodness, look at these mushrooms. So mushrooms are so fascinating and they grow easily. Now, I don't use flour. This is, quote, gluten-free. I cannot eat wheat products anymore. That's a whole other issue. I mean, no, not issue, challenge. That's a whole other thing. It's not a challenge. It's, I don't eat wheat products, but that I don't mind a little cornstarch and baking powder, salt, pepper, onion powder, and whatever other spices I wanted in there. I don't remember, but use the spices you like and season up that little flour. Gluten-free flour, cornstarch, aka corn flour, as they call it in the UK. Now look at that. It made a crispy like coating, and it smells like, okay, it does smell like fried chicken. And but it's not. It's plant-based. I'm not trying to eat too many chickens. Yum, yum, yum. That is so delicious. It's meaty, it's hearty, it's delicious. Squeeze a little lime on there, and they're better than those lemon pepper chicken wings. So here's my little bowl. That's my chickpea stew. I have some fresh serrano pepper on there. And those fried oyster mushrooms. Oh my gosh, they're so meaty and delicious. I have some kimchi for digestion. Squeeze a lime, some mango chunks, and pepper.